Next guest is a global music, film and TV star.
You'll remember her as the formidable Wilhelmina Slater in Ugly Betty. She also kept the ladies in check as Renee on Desperate Housewives. And she, of course, broke boundaries as the first ever black woman to be crowned Miss America.
But Vanessa Williams is strutting from the screen to the stage as she brings the infamous Miranda Priestly to the West End in the new production of The Devil Wears Prada.
By all means, introduce me at a global pace. You know how
I love it. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's so nice
I'm really
to see
not
you.
that evil. I mean, you've given me so many lines to you.
But you do it so
You really
well.
do.
And I think everybody remembers the movie with such affection as well.
Yeah.
How have the audiences been while you've been here?
The audiences have been amazing. I mean, standing ovations, selling out since we opened. We just started previews October 24th, and it's just been incredible. And the scope of my fan base, it startles me every time I come out and I do my autographs. I mean,
At the stage
Taiwan,
door.
China, Japan, Brazil, Poland, Russia, Ireland, all over the United States. And so I'm always like, where are you from? What do you watch me in? Some people, Hannah Montana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The Odyssey, which I did back in 1996.
Love
you know,
that.
played Electra. And, of course, Ugly Betty and Desperate
Yeah.
Housewives. But it's been incredible.
Wow.
But now, of course, Miranda Priestly is such a formidable, wonderful character, Vanessa. I bet you just relish the opportunity to play her.
I'm loving it. Of course, you know, there were so many comparisons. What are you going to do? Meryl did it so well.
Yes.
What are you going to do?
And it's Meryl.
And it's Meryl, yes. But, you know, it's a different medium. You're on stage. You have to burst into song. You have to project. You have to use up all of that space. And I'm loving what we've created. My co-stars are incredible. Amy DiPartimorello just got a nomination for Olivier. So we got our fingers crossed that she's going to be amazing.
And, of course, Elton John wrote the music.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he wrote
Elton
another
John.
song for us, just
for fun.
Yeah. So,
How was it performing for him as well? Because did he workshop the music with you and stuff?
we did, well, it opened years ago in Chicago. They did a first production, and this is a whole new production.
Right.
Jerry Mitchell came in and was our director and choreographer. It's a whole new team. And so the first time we actually did a read-through for Elton was last January for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And he loved it.
Great.
And then we went to work and started doing our rehearsals. And we started in May, then went to Plymouth in June. And we opened there, July, August. And then had a month break. And then we came here and started working here.
But by the way, you're a big Elton fan, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you've said that quite casually. What's it like performing and singing for Elton John when it's the music that he's helped create?
Watching him get so excited, that's what turns us all on.
Yeah.
It's almost like pleasing your dad, like, oh my God, he loves it. And having him be not only involved in the creative part, but seeing just another production and his vision, like, spoken through us, is titillating.
And is it true you got to go to his house for dinner?
I did.
Oh, my day.
What did he serve you?
Yes.
Fish.
Love it.
And he does love to connect. He collects salt and pepper shakers, so we all had our own individual salt and pepper shakers.
Is that right?
Yeah. But of course, the house was spectacular, filled with candles and flowers, and David's lovely. Just it was just
What you wanted it to be.
Absolutely.
But we've also got to talk about Anna Wintour, because essentially that's who Miranda is based on as well. Have you taken elements of Anna? Have you ever met Anna?
Oh, there you are there.
That was at opening night. Yes, I've met her. I've gone to the Met Gala, which we recreate on the show, and I've actually spoken to a couple of people that have worked for her. Oh. So it was nice to get those kind of. I met one of the women who got the jet. You know, there's that scene in the movie that we do
Andy
here.
Gets the plane.
She's in Miami. She wants to get home. There's a hurricane, and nobody's flying. And I was at a luncheon, and I was sitting a one seat away from this wonderful woman, Stephanie Horton, and she said, "I'm the one who got the jet." I go, "Sit down right here. Tell me all about it." And she said, when she got the jet, it was not in Miami. They were having an event in Aspen.
Yeah.
Snow. Whiteout conditions, nobody was flying, and she said, "I want to get home." So it was up to her to get, so she called Aaron Lauder from Estee Lauder.
Of course.
Aaron's plane was in Vail, so she had to get a car in whiteout conditions from Aspen to Vail to get Aaron's jet to fly her back home.
That's the type of power Ben Shepherd.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
what I will.
He's literally like, get me a cab, get me a push bike home.
That's the sort of PA you want, right? Find a way or make a way. Whatever it is, she had that power.
Yeah.
And is she warmer and friendlier in real life, Anna Wintour? Is she?
She loves theater, yeah. And what we do in our show is we do it in 2005 when the movie came out. So that's when publications had the power and the money and the budgets. So that's why they could wield their budgets and their money so well. So that's why it's kind of like a little capsule of what it was back. Because nowadays it's just not the same.
No.
You know?
No.
Yeah.
Now, you were always kind of going to be a Broadway star because you'd always been a singer and a dancer and an actress, and your parents were both music teachers.
Yeah.
But you won Miss America too.
Yeah. 40, what is it now? 42 years ago?
42, yeah, 83.
42 years ago. Yeah, 83.
The first black woman to win. That must have been
Look at you
amazing.
there.
Jeez.
That's just... What do you
20
think?
years old.
So there's an interesting question. What does Vanessa now... What would you say to Vanessa back then?
Oh, God. You know, I see, as a mother of 4, and seeing my kids go through, you know, my kids are all adults now, but what I had to go through at 20 years old is astounding. And I am so happy that I had parents that believed in me and were my safe space. I had a community that was always there for me. And I don't have the social media that...
Yes.
I mean, even though my scandal was a huge worldwide thing, the social media now is so immediate and so personal. And we've been dealing with some of these issues even within our cast. Like I said, you got to let the noise go. Do not respond to every person who's going to be, you know, messaging you and making a comment. They don't know who you are.
We should explain, though, your scandal, of course...
Was huge.
Was huge. Just to explain, because some of our viewers might not know what it was.
Well, I'm actually doing a documentary about it.
Yeah, amazing. I love the fact you're taking the power back to that as well.
Can you explain what happened?
Yeah. Well, I was a junior, going into my junior year at Syracuse, and I was a musical theater major, and so won Miss America just because I needed the scholarship money. Had no idea I was going to win. I was supposed to come to London my junior year abroad and was ready to go in September, and of course my life changed and I became famous and had an amazing time as Miss America. I mean, you know, invited the presidents, the White House, and performed all over the United States. But I had worked a few summers before as a makeup artist in a photo studio. The guy who was a photo studio photographer said, you know what, can you do some nude pictures for me? No one will ever see them. So never signed a contract, never signed a release. So when I became famous, he started trying to peddle the pictures. And funnily enough, Hugh Hefner from Playboy said, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to ruin her life. And also, there is no release, so no.
Because he had no right to sell.
No right, but he went to Penthouse magazine, Bob Guccione at the time, and he was like, sure. So these photos were I had 6 more weeks to go in my reign. And again, I've written a book about this. This is just the short version, but the pictures were made public, and I had a few weeks to decide whether they're going to take my crown, and I decided to resign and get on with my life. I tried to fight it with a lawsuit, and of course they had a huge team, and my parents were lovely enough to, you know, try to back me, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to move on with my life, forget this. And so I dropped the lawsuit and made my way through the business. And it took me 10 years to get from what I want to do on stage up until...
But you've had the most prolific career as well. I mean, like, people remember your role in Ugly Betty too.
Yeah.
Like, people love that show so much. Do you guys still stay in touch if they've been to see the show?
America just came last month.
Did she?
Yeah. She came last month.
Did she get married at your house?
She did get married at my house.
I mean, that's quite a generous thing to do.
So I usually had these big parties for, like, summertime for the cast party, and they would bring kids, bring dogs, everyone's invited.
Oh.
And
she brought the congregation.
Yeah. And when she told me that she was engaged, I said, you know, my house is always available. And so she had a beautiful ceremony. Judith Light was the officiant.
Celebrant,
yeah. and had the whole crew there.
Look at the two of you.
Yeah.
It'll be lovely because Ugly Betty was such a moment in time. It was such a special show. And the fans of that show that are coming to see you at the stage door from all over the world will love the fact that you're all still so connected.
Yeah. Michael Urie's, they just did a new a podcast, so I'll be on that pretty soon too. Yeah. And also Desperate Housewives.
Yes.
Terry's daughter, Terry Hatcher's daughter just came last week as well. She's coming soon. So, when you work with people on a daily basis, you create bonds.
You do.
Yeah, it's family.
Sure.
And you've got an exclusive as well, by the way, I think, for us about your run.
I just decided to extend my October 18th. I'll be in
all the way through.
We have to
in
go.
Prada.
We are going to come and see you.
Come and see you.
Yes.
That sounds amazing. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Nope.
We're not done with you yet, though. We're going to be forcing you to do more.
Yes, you've got to do a bit of fashion.
You've got to sing for your supper.
I love fashion.
Thank you so much for joining us, Vanessa. It's lovely having you here. Tickets for the Devil Wears Prada at the Dominion Theatre in London's West End are on sale.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.